Hello, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday with Maple Tree Cancer Alliance. Whether you're newly diagnosed, undergoing treatment, or in recovery, this conversation is for you. I'm Miranda, an exercise oncology instructor, and today's conversation is going to be on staying in the moment during the holidays. And following our conversation, please stick around for some gentle movement. The information in this video is for educational purposes only, and it's important to consult with your medical team for more in-depth guidance and advice. We all know how special this time of year is. The holidays are a great time to do your best to put your diagnosis aside for a day or two and be in the moment with your loved ones. However, that is much easier said than done. So let's go over some helpful tips. First, start small. Like any goal, make it something that you feel that you can accomplish. Try staying in the moment and letting your diagnosis take the back seat for small amounts of time, whether that be 30 minutes or 3 hours. Try adjusting some of your holiday traditions. And this might mean you have to celebrate a little bit differently than you're used to, but try to keep an open mind about potential new ways to celebrate. This could include hosting a holiday event instead of traveling, or vice versa, ask someone else to entertain if you usually host and you don't feel up to it this year. Same as going out to dinner for your main meal or ordering food in rather than trying to cook everything. Simplify the holiday. You may not have the energy for or the interest in your usual holiday festivities. So try doing things on a smaller scale, such as decorating less or planning less. This way you can still decorate and feel festive, but it'll be easier not to go all out. And you can still participate in some of your favorite activities, but maybe you just don't do as many. And if you start the season planning and doing less, this can help keep you from feeling like you couldn't keep up with the usual. And remember, these changes are just temporary. It can be sad to think about changing tradition, but try to remember that these changes are not supposed to be permanent, and it's just for right now to make what you're going through a little bit easier. Lastly, be honest about how you're feeling. It's okay to not be okay. Give yourself permission to feel bad, whether that be emotionally or physically. Some things are just out of your control. So let yourself feel whatever emotions arise from this time of year, and do not be afraid to tell someone that you're not feeling well, or that you need to lay down, or even go home early. This video is not meant to pressure you into being okay or fine during the holiday seasons. It's meant to provide you with some helpful tips to keep your spirits up. But it's always important to give yourself grace and allow yourself to do whatever it is you need to do to combat your cancer. Thank you for being a part of our conversation on staying in the moment. I hope the information we covered has brought you some clarity and comfort. Your health and well-being is what matters most, so please continue to take care of yourself, stay informed, and remember that hope is always present. Now, let's transition into some gentle movement to further support your journey.
Hi, I'm Jess, your exercise oncologist. This is week 4 of our 6-week seated exercise program for breast cancer. For today's workout, it will be helpful to have 2 lightweight dumbbells or a light object that is easy to hold, such as water bottles or canned food. If you do not have these items, you may go through the motions without the weight. Remember, all movements should be pain-free. When doing these exercises, sit up with your shoulders back and engage your core the entire time. The goal is to increase full body strength with low-impact exercises. Let's get started. Begin seated with your feet flat on the floor, your spine straight, and shoulders away from your ears. We'll take our hands together at chest center. Inhale, reach your palms up towards the sky. Exhale, bring them down and around, and meeting back at chest center. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, down and around. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, down and back to the chest. Inhale and exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, down and around. One last time. Inhale up. Exhale, down and around. Let's clasp our hands together and reach them out in front, shoulder blades apart from each other, maybe a slight rounding in the upper back. Stay here, or if it feels good, turn your palms out. Inhale, reach them up overhead, shoulders away from our ears, reaching up towards the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh it out. Deep breath in. Exhale out. One more inhale. Exhale, reach over to the right side if it feels good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, release your hands down. Hinge at the hips and see if we can fold forward if it feels good. If you feel compressed with the legs, go ahead and open them up slightly to give yourself some room here. Let your head hang heavy if you're able to. Inhale, walk your palms back up. And we'll clasp our hands together. Reach out in front, round the upper back. If it feels good, turn your palms face out. Inhale, reach up overhead. Exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release your hands and fold forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, sigh your breath out. Inhale, walk your hands up back towards you. We'll take our right arm across the chest and take your left hand to maybe your upper arm here and gently squeeze closer to your chest, feeling a stretch in the outside of your arm, shoulder away from your ear. And we'll go ahead and switch. Take your left arm across your chest. Gently squeeze it in. And one more time. Right arm across the chest. And left arm. Go ahead and release and take your arms out at shoulder height if you're able to. If this is a little too much, you can always take them a little lower to your range of motion. Palms face down, and we'll start by making small circles with our arms going forward. Slow and controlled here. Making sure that we're breathing the entire time. And if you'd like, maybe we make these circles a little bit bigger. And then we'll go ahead and flip our palms face up and do a couple circles going backwards, starting off small. And then if you'd like, we can make these a little bit bigger. Just a few more here. Go ahead and release your arms down, shake it out. Then we'll take our palms at shoulder height here. Hands can be in a loose fist. Press up as much as we're able to towards the sky, and then go ahead and squeeze your hands, bring them down together, squeeze your shoulder blades together as we come down. Press up, and exhale, squeeze shoulder blades together down. Press up. Exhale, squeeze shoulder blades together down. Press up. Exhale, squeeze down. Few more. Going at your own pace here, squeezing shoulder blades together on the way down. We'll do two more. And one more. Good. Go ahead and release. Shake it out. We'll take elbows out to shoulder height, fingertips pointing up towards the ceiling. And exhale as we turn our palms face down. Inhale, bring them back up. Exhale, bring them down. Trying to keep our elbows as still as possible. And if this is too high, we can always take them down just a little bit below our shoulders. Always working within your range of motion. Doing what feels best for your body. Going slow and controlled here. And we'll do 2 more. Last one. Go ahead and release down, shake it out. Hands can be wherever they're comfortable for you here, on the chair, on your hips. And we'll start to work into the lower body. We'll take our right foot, keep the sole of your foot, your heel on the floor as we slide it out in front of you and bring it back in. Left foot, slide it out as far as you can, keeping the foot on the floor and slide it back in. Slide out your right foot and in. Slide out your left foot and in. Alternating between sides. Continuing to breathe. Just a few more here. Five more. Two more. Last one. And go ahead and bring both feet back in. Keeping the ball of your foot on the floor here, go ahead and lift up your heels and plant them back down. Lift up our heels and back down. Lifting up and down. Feeling our calf muscles squeeze together as we lift up. Last one. And release. If you're not already, sit a little bit closer to the edge here. And we can always hold onto the chair if we feel a little unbalanced, or hands can be on hips. Or if it feels comfortable, they can be at our chest, wherever you'd like. And we're just going to lift up one knee towards our chest, back down. Lift up the opposite knee and down. Continuing these alternating marches, these seated marches here. Going as fast or as slow as you would like. If you'd like to start off slow and pick up speed, or you can stay the same speed the entire time. We're about halfway there. You're doing great. We're going to do about 5 more. One more each side. And release. Good. Great job. If we have weights or a weighted object like a water bottle that we're going to use that next. If not, we don't have to use them. Always optional. If we have the weights, we're going to bring them down by the sides with the palms face out and bringing our palms closer towards our shoulders and back down. If we are not using weights today, as we come up, squeeze your fist and then exhale as you come down, let it go, release. As you come up, squeeze your fist and let it go, release. So your choice, weights or no weights. Doing just a few here. We're going to do 10. Going slow and controlled. 2 more. Go ahead and release your weights if you have them. Take a few breaths, drink some water if you have it. And when you're ready, we'll do 10 more. Bring our arms down by our sides and lift up and down for 1. Halfway there. Last one. Good, great job. Go ahead and release. Take a few moments. If you're using weights, we'll go ahead and continue holding on to these. If not, we can do this movement without the weights. We'll take our arms down by our sides with palms facing behind us. And as we inhale, lift our arms straight up as much as we're able to shoulder heights, no higher. And if this isn't where you're at, you can always go lower. And then we'll exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up to your range of motion, and exhale back down. We'll do 10 of these. Halfway there. Last one. Go ahead and release. Take a moment. And when you're ready, we'll do 10 more. Bringing your arms down by your sides, palms face backwards. Inhale up to your range of motion and exhale back down. Halfway, 5 more. Almost there. Just 1 more. Great job. Go ahead and release. Let your arms have a break. For this next one, the weights are always optional. If we are using weights, then we can hold them in front by our chest, or if we're not, we can clasp our hands together here. And what we're going to do, sitting closer to the edge, making sure that our feet are stable on the floor, hinging at the hips, keep your spine as straight as possible. We're going to lean forward and then use your core and your back muscles to lift yourself back up. Leaning forward, hinging at the hips, and back up. Hinging at the hips, lean forward and back. We'll do 5 more here, halfway. Keeping the spine as straight as possible, shoulders away from the ears. One more. Good. If we're using weights, let them rest a moment. And then we'll do 10 more when you're ready. Hinging forward at the hips and back up. Only leaning forward as far as you're able to. Halfway there. Last one. Good. Go ahead and place the weights down for a moment. If we're using weights, we'll actually go ahead and place them off to the side. We are all done with those for this workout. And we'll stay seated close to the edge of our chair, making sure that we won't fall off. We're going to clasp our hands behind our heads. And we're going to do seated bicycle crunches. So we're going to start with the right leg, lift the right knee up, and turn so that your left elbow comes towards the right knee. It doesn't have to touch, but that's where we're going towards, making this sort of twist here. And then we'll come back to center, lift up the left knee, and right elbow comes towards the left. and back to center. Twisting to the right, center, twisting to the left, to center. To the right, center, left, center. Right, center, left, center. Continuing this pace just to get used to the movements. And now that we're about halfway through, if you'd like to pick up the pace a little bit, you are welcome to speed it up just a little bit here. Making sure that we're breathing. One more each side. And release. Shake out your shoulders. Take a few deep breaths. And then we'll do one more set of those, clasping our hands behind our heads. When you're ready, we'll start with the right leg again, lifting up the right knee, twisting to the right, and back to center. Lift up left knee, twist to the left, back to center. And at your own pace here, about halfway through. Almost there, you can do it. One more each side. And release, shake it out. Good, great job. If you have time, you are welcome to do one more set of each of those exercises, or if you come back to this video, you can always add on a third set. But we are going to work into some stretches. We'll take our right leg out, toes point up towards the sky, reach to the toes, hand can rest on your calf or your thigh. And we'll come back to center. Take the left leg out, toes point up to the sky, and reach towards them. Let your left hand rest wherever it comes. And we'll switch to the right leg. And back to the left. And one more time each side. To the right leg. And we'll hold this one just a little bit longer. And we'll switch. And we'll come back to center. We'll take the left leg out and take the right knee, cross it over our shin or above the knee. You can stay here, or take the left foot down to the floor. Trying to find a stretch in your right hip. If this feels good, stay here. Or maybe we hinge forward, leaning on our shins, and we'll take a few deep breaths. Inhale, rise back up if we've leaned over. Stretch your left leg back out and uncross your leg. We'll switch. Take the left ankle over your shin or above your knee and bend it. Staying right here, or if it feels good, hinge forward. Inhale, rise up if we've leaned forward. And go ahead and uncross your leg. Let's clasp our hands together. Reach out in front. Go ahead and bring your shoulder blades apart. Slight rounding in the upper back. And stay here, or if it feels good, switch our palms so that they face out. Press them up overhead, shoulders away from our ears. One more inhale. And exhale, unclasp your hands. And this time we'll take our right hand to the outside of our left knee and left hand to the back of the chair. Inhale to lengthen our spine, sit a little taller. And exhale, twist. Gazing out over your left shoulder if that feels good. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. And exhale, twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Right hand to the chair. Inhale, lengthen, sit a little taller. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, fold forward, hinge at your hips. If it felt better with the legs wider apart, go ahead and heel toe them out. Give yourself a little bit more space. Inhale, walk your hands back towards you. And we'll clasp our hands behind our neck again. Inhale, as we open up our elbows, squeeze your shoulder blades together. If it feels good, gaze up towards the ceiling. And exhale, round the top of your back. Bring your elbows closer together. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round the top of our backs. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. Good. Shake it out if you need to. Feel free to add in any other stretches or movements that would feel good for your body. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Thank yourselves for putting in this work, and I'll see you next week.